Film photography does not have to be scary. I don't know how many months ago. I think this is like back in January. I maybe question myself a lot too, because sometimes I wondered like, am I worthy of posting my process online? Hey guys, what is up? A lot of people that followed me on here followed me because of my film photography content, and then I just stopped posting film photography content. I haven't had any time to shoot, and I also haven't had the will to live. I have 2 rolls today, and I have no idea what's on them. One of them is from May, and the other one, I don't know how long it's been sitting in my point and shoot camera, but we're gonna find out what's on it together. Let's all have a moment of silence to lay this camera to rest. This is now my 2nd camera that I've busted. You can't even see it. Okay, I have a roll of HP5 in here, and I also had a disposable. So let's see what's on it. Okay. I saw this, and I was extremely alarmed, but I knew 10 frames were just completely like blank. When I went to drop off this roll, I told the guy working there, I'm like, I'm 50% sure that this roll is gonna be blank, so I won't be shocked if it is, but it's not. Only the last 10 frames, so nobody convert how much money went down the drain for that one. So this is a roll of HP5. This is the one that was inside this point and shoot camera. Oh my gosh. This is from when Ian and I went to the mountains, like, I don't know how many months ago. I think this is like back in January. I'm also like sweating profusely, so if you can see that, ignore it. And then I have this disposable. So let's see what's on this one. I got a disposable camera at work. They were just giving them out. They offered to develop it, but we didn't know how we're gonna get the images back. So I'm just like, I'm gonna develop it myself because I know I'm gonna get it back. Okay. At least I know that both rolls turned out. Yay. Let's scan these bad boys.
Hey guys, welcome to my film ASMR. I know some people don't like to cut their negatives, but I have no choice. Also, my grandma is doing stuff in the kitchen even though I told her I was filming. I tried to touch the image as little as possible. I also have freshly washed hands too, just so I don't get my grubby little fingerprints all over the images. I think my camera broke because I got too much sand in the lens. Every time I would press the shutter, it would make a weird noise, like a chunk kind of sound, and then just not progress the film. But I'm glad that I got a few shots in from San Diego. These are the last 2 images I have.
Aw, that's nice. It's a picture of me and Ian. You can't even tell. You'll see it. Don't worry, you'll see it. Look, it's me and Ian. That's the last one I got before my camera went bust, so that's cool. So then I end up with like a ton of these little snake skins. I have an entire mug full of them just because like I feel like it's so wasteful to throw them away. I don't know what I'm gonna do with them. Sometimes I store my negatives in there when I'm out of these sleeves, but I have way more stock than demand. Wait, what? This is supposed to be the disposable? It's backwards. I'm so confused right now. Okay. What? I guess I'll get into some of the reasons why I stopped shooting film. I think I mentioned this already, but like, oh yeah, I got a full-time job, so shooting has just not been something that I have a lot of time for, which bums me out because film photography was like one of my biggest passions at some point. So I like needed something else besides video editing that I like to do, and photography just fell into my lap perfectly. but I started running out of time.
Another thing that I feel like is worth mentioning is that when I was the most active on YouTube, I was putting out a video every single week. And I essentially took something that I loved and I ran it to the ground. I feel like the source of my issues is that I was really trying to get my content monetized. I think that's a struggle that a lot of creatives deal with. It's trying to find the balance between enjoying something and trying to profit off of it.
Film is just so expensive these days. Like every time I'd go to the film store, it was just impossible to even get like a roll of Portra 400. I have no life right now, guys. Like, I'm not even exaggerating. I literally go to work and then I come home and sleep and go to work. Ian and I hang out on Mondays, but like there's nothing picturesque here in Vegas. I went to the dermatologist for the first time today. You can't tell, but my acne is like really bad right now. It's the worst it's ever been, I believe. Might be from all the sugary drinks that I like to ingest just to keep me going. But I go in there and like I'm not wearing any makeup because like I wanted the derm to fully see what she's working with. But I'm sitting in front of her and then she takes a long hard look at my forehead and she's like, "Do you like carbs and sweets?" Like, yes. How'd you know? The film is somehow backwards. Like, number 1 is the end of my roll. Don't know how that happened. I'm gonna get started with scanning my negatives. I'm probably, let's see. I'll start with the black and white one, just because that one has my San Diego trip on it, and I'm the most excited. Kayla, where are you going? Come here. This is my friend Kayla. She's gonna help me scan today. All of my negatives are going to be covered in black hair. I tried to touch these as little as possible, but I know for sure these are gonna be covered in dust anyway. So I have a little dust blower. Back in undergrad, we had like this little potion mixture that we would use with a cotton swab just to get off like any residue or marks from our negatives, but I don't have that. So I'm just gonna put this in the scanner. What happened? Low, and then a black contrast. So I have a little bit more wiggle room in what I do, because I'm a control freak. There are like lintless gloves that you can also get for pretty cheap on B&H, but I just haven't gotten around to doing it. I finished scanning all the black and white, so now I'm gonna put them back in the sleeve and get started with the color. One of the main reasons I've been deterred lately to post film photography content is all the things that I mentioned before, but also when you're posting your process on social media, people will give you advice whether you ask for it or not. It made me question myself a lot too, because sometimes I wondered like, am I worthy of posting my process online? Like, is my work even good enough to put out into the public like that and show? That was kind of like the mental hoops that I had to jump through. Do you like this zebra ottoman? It really goes well with the burgundy chair. I was also so torn too, because female film photographers are so hard to find on YouTube. Like, it's, unless I'm looking in the wrong place, it feels like it's very male dominated, and it felt like even more pressure to just do better. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. It was just so hard to like find a balance. Like I wanted to show my process while being like approachable and like down to earth, and showing people like, oh, you can do film photography too, but then also keep it like professional, Willem Verbeek level. But like, I don't have that type of equipment, so I don't know if I'm even worthy of showing my process like that, you know? Like, just so many things running through my mind and stopping me from like posting film photography content. But hey man, we're here today. We are here today, and I'm showing my process, so attack me if you want. Let's scan this MF. Cooking what?
Egg roll, vegetable egg roll. You want to try?
Wow. Amazing.
Amazing, huh? Look.
Guys, film photography does not have to be scary. Filmmaking and photography, it tends to look like untouchable and intimidating on the internet, but my goal or point of making videos is to make it look not intimidating, because like I'm a fool. I'm literally a fool. I love the process. It's so much fun, but also I really highly value the artistry. I don't have the best equipment. I literally got majority of my film cameras as hand-me-downs, and the one that I busted I got for $3 at Savers. That's all I gotta say, man. Who wants lumpia? I'm gonna edit the photos now, make them look pretty, and I'll show you guys my favorites. Thank you guys so much for watching. I suck at posting sometimes, but thank you to those that have stuck around for my film photography content. I'm trying, okay? I'm trying. I will see you guys hopefully sooner rather than later. Peace.